Well, I was asked to join the MTA by the former director, Bob Delinick. We wanted to become more engaged. As we had freed up more time from running our business, we felt it was a responsible thing to do to advocate, help, to strengthen numbers. After being a member for a few years, I was asked to become a board member. I appreciated the MTA's the way they structured the board. It was a large board, over 20 members, but we had small carriers, medium-sized carriers, large carriers. We have bulk carriers, we've got general freight, we've got the flat deck machinery haulers, we've got milk haulers. So there was really a good, diverse representation on the board, which I appreciated. So we had a lot of different voices to speak up and voice their opinion on all kinds of issues that we deal with. After being on the board for a few years, I was asked if I was interested in joining the executive, which I did, and I was elected on the executive, and I think I've been on the executive at least 6-7 years. So I progressed up through the ranks as just a member on the executive, then to second vice president, first vice president, and then, as I mentioned earlier, became the president. So we deal with a lot of the issues, as far as the finances of the association, but also, we bring issues to the board to discuss at large, and we set the policy and direction of the MTA. I more or less knew what I was getting into. I think maybe for myself, the biggest challenge for me is the public speaking aspect of it, So that's a bit of an adjustment for me, I was never a type person that had a lot of preparation for that type of thing, so that's a bit of a challenge. And other than that, I think most of my duties, I'm well equipped to fulfill the role, and yeah, we're just going forward from there. Being able to influence policy, and seeing how our association, along with the other provincial associations and the CTA, have an effect on policy and governance in our industry, and has saved us money, and it's also saved us from a lot of bad rules or regulations. Another personal benefit is just, for me personally, is meeting other owners and management from other companies. Has been a real pleasure to meet and deal with all these people. I think it's helped me grow. I really enjoy that part of it. I think it's important that all the board members, if they feel strongly in issues, to speak up. There again, like I was alluding, even in a smaller setting like a board, sometimes people don't want to speak up for fear of sounding out of step with everybody or sounding ridiculous. But I think it's good, if you can back up your reasoning or your argument with sound reasoning and facts. I think it's incumbent upon us to take a look at all viewpoints. It is a democracy, so there is, at the end of the day, majority rules. But I think even if you don't always win or your position doesn't always prevail, but I think it's always good to have your position out there, because I think it makes for better decision making.